Everybody to the Sammy's and Beer podcast. We are live here on this Whiskey Wednesday. So excited to be here with y'all. We got a great show ahead for you. Lots of good information to go over. Lots of opinions that have no factual back or reasoning behind them to throw at you that are just our own thoughts and opinions. So
We're actually
take
known as
them
the
for
show
what?
that doesn't fact check ever.
Correct. But we also don't give you any facts. So, 100% opinions here. With me, as always, is the mid-color orange Tomas Rincon.
Is that racist?
No, I was calling you a color from Red Rising.
Oh. An orange? Really?
Yellow?
Yellow. Yellow's more appropriate, I suppose. I guess they're doctors.
Maybe a tin pot?
Oh, thank you. Did you see the TikTok I sent you about an hour ago about that?
Yes. I liked the ones that you sent me the other day better.
Oh, yeah. I've got some new stuff to try, but we need to do shots first because I'm exhausted. And, it's time.
I am tired as well. I haven't been feeling good this evening.
Somebody's getting sick.
I don't know. It's, say my son isn't feeling good either, but who knows?
Typically where it comes from. I got one. So, by the way,
I do too.
pineapple vodka. Very interesting. Very intriguing. This one goes out to my uncle. He started a new family tradition. It starts this Friday. Really excited for it. He converted my grandparents' bar because they have a bar in their house. He's been living with them to help take care of them. He's converted their bar into like an actual bar, completely stocked it, and it has every Friday cocktail hour where we go, bring some like nachos, like snack foods and stuff, and he serves us a specialty cocktail of the night. So it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited, and he wants to do it every Friday. So cheers, Uncle. Because we're all old enough now.
Heck yeah.
I thought that was really cool. That was really good.
Yeah. Seemed like a big shot, but I think the glass was deceiving.
It's just I just get shooter bottles. I don't get.
Yeah.
Really
Can't trust yourself with a full bottle.
Nope.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know it. So as long as I know it, that's the big thing.
Yeah. I do need to go buy some new lights. Get rid of some of these shading.
Why don't you go on ahead, Matt?
All right. So my shot, I think I can do it because I was told, so that means I should be able to tell people. But it's going to go out to my sister and my brother-in-law who are expecting their second child in September.
Fuck yeah.
So cheers to them. And then my cute little niece who is expecting to be a big sister.
That's so adorable. I hope it's a boy.
Cheers to them.
I'm going to throw a little caution to the wind. By the way, purple grape flavored kinky. I actually had 2 today. So I'm going to round this out. I got new airmen that I've been fostering for a while now, like taking under my wing, mentoring, taking care of, and they have been exceeding expectations lately, like above and beyond. It's awesome. They look good. They make me look good. So, to my 2 shitheads, thank you. This one's to you.
Heck yeah.
I tasted just like grape Kool-Aid. Like that was uncanny. Fuck yeah. But yeah, killing it. So they deserve one. And I deserve 2 shots.
I am relieved to know that I don't have to lie to you ever.
Yeah. Why bother?
Well, because I don't have to lie to low colors.
Oh, you're so stupid. That's so racist. It's so fucked up.
You literally sent me the TikTok.
Because it's funny. What's really funny is that Gabe sent it to me.
That's even more funny.
Yeah, it's like
I should send it to him.
it's like a brown saying it to a red.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I'm not gonna lie, the one you sent me the other day, I thought the first guy was deaf. And I'm like, why are you sending me something with a deaf guy not wanting to go to war?
Oh yeah, those are really
Because
cute.
the way he
I
was
like
like this, I thought he was doing sign language.
yeah. I'm not gonna fight in your war. All right. Hey, Darrow, it's off. He doesn't want to do the Iron Rain. Oh,
Wait, what?
that would turn my head. In all actuality, that would absolutely turn my head.
Which if you were to recreate that TikTok and be on the trend, what scene or what would you say?
I would probably go a little niche with it,
Okay.
and it'd be like, "Sorry, Severo. He said he can't hide in the dead horse."
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It's very, but it's like a one specific little blurb, that wasn't very super
Well,
impactful.
there wasn't a lot of Iron Reigns though.
There's but still, like, there's only one dead horse.
Yeah.
So, and that was like his first clever play. Like that's when he started like picking things up really, really quickly.
Well, so not to get super deep into Red Rising, but like I'm rereading it again with the kids or listening to it with the kids when we go to wrestling tournaments because I think at least my oldest is old enough to appreciate some of it. And obviously there's some inappropriate stuff, but
Yeah.
At one point when they're in the institute, which you find out later who Severo's dad is. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm sitting there listening, and they're talking like Severo got put with Priam.
Yeah.
Priam?
The one who's supposed to be the best of the best of the best.
Yeah. Like, did Fitchner know?
Probably.
Did Fitchner like willingly, like nobody else knew about it? Did Fitchner tell Severo what was going on, how it was going to go?
No.
Like, had he been training him for it?
He definitely had been training him, but I don't think he necessarily told him exactly what was going on. But I think Severo could figure it out. Severo's not stupid, right?
Well, but I mean, Julius didn't know.
Well, of course not,
Julian didn't know.
Those guys
Cassius
have
didn't
honor,
know.
right? Like that's the point. Honor. Ares didn't give a fuck. Really, like I bet you Severo had a big idea of a lot of the things that were going to happen. He was so specifically trained to pass the institute. Survival, hand-to-hand combat, like everything was so specific.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're going to teach him all that stuff, don't you think you give him a reason why? Or, I don't know.
You could, or you could not. You'd have like a Miyagi moment with it,
I mean, because then like a lot of the other stuff, like he's making like quips at Fitchner the whole time, and it's like, that's your dad.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody else knew that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't tell anybody either.
Well, but how did nobody else know it? Like everybody talks about like where they came from, who their parents were. Cassius talks about it.
He was a low color, a low gold, so they didn't give a fuck about what he said.
Yeah,
and then he was weird on the drop, so they really didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They're just like, whatever. It's the goblin. He skirted under the radar on purpose, and he made a fucking name for himself doing it.
Yeah.
Part of a revolution. It's very impressive, the nuance of the writing, like just the little details you notice, and the characters that you miss.
Oh yeah,
like Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Never, and she never comes up again. But yeah, she was important at the time.
Well, she dies.
Yeah, but she never comes up after that. Well, she does
Yeah,
in
why
the
would
first
she?
book, but like they move on.
Well, I mean, even Roke after his death, I mean, I think he comes up once or twice later.
Yeah.
And it's mainly just dealing with the Rim, and like it's not like they're talking about him. They're like the
But these are pivotal characters.
Emperata.
Pax comes up a lot.
Well, but you also are dealing with his parents and his brother and his sister.
Yeah.
Same with Adrius.
Antonia doesn't come up, and she's still alive. Okay, fine.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you didn't have to. I need to. Actually, on that trip. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to go watch a bullfight.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Because you're going to Spain, right?
Yep.
Not Italy.
Correct.
I don't know why I said Italy to my family earlier, but
It's Spain. They're the fucking same, almost. Different language. I wanted to see what I could send you guys. I can't send you wine. I can't send you ham. So
then I'm out.
I have to send you like stupid souvenirs.
My wife would like a shot glass.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get.
Or if you can find an Italian Fourth Wing book.
You mean Spanish?
Yeah. Stuck on Italy for some reason.
It's good.
I don't know why.
No, I can try to look for that. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I can get Lincoln and Jackson Matador capes, like the red ones. When are you gonna let them? Okay, question.
Mhm.
When are you gonna let them have a BB gun?
They have one.
When are you gonna let them have a sword?
They have one.
Like a real sword?
Mhm.
No. Oh, never mind.
They're just not allowed to play with it.
Oh, okay. When did you?
I mean, they're never going to be allowed to play with it.
The sword? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But the BB gun.
And the BB gun's going to be like in controlled areas. Like we might actually, if it's nice this weekend, we might go shooting.
Which is perfect because that's what the BB gun's for, which is to teach proper like range etiquette, right? Like it's a training tool. That was that's what I was getting at.
No, both my kids have shot bigger guns than BB guns. If anything, I don't know if they want to shoot BB guns at this point.
For me growing up, and I guess I didn't have as much entertainment as they do now, it was beer cans and BB guns all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the whole thing.
And I think if I told my kids they could, they would go out and do it, but we live in a city. And it's like my oldest, like she actually grabbed the BB gun the other day and was like, "Hey, can I go shoot this?" And I'm like, "Well, no, because you don't know where the bullet's going to go or the BB is going to go." And, that. And then later that evening, the youngest kept touching the oldest. And he told him at supper, "If you touch me again, I'm going to punch you in the face." And then like 20 minutes later, we were getting ready to go to wrestling practice and the youngest touched him. So he punched him in the side of the head.
What did the youngest do?
He cried.
Well, okay. Yeah, it's a punch to the head. It's fair.
Like back of the head, like right here.
Just a little. Wow. Damn.
Oh, yeah, it was a haymaker.
I like it. I mean, I got haymakered by my brothers all the time.
And my wife's like, "I don't even know what to say to you." And I was just like, "Did he tell you not to touch him anymore?"
He gave Apple warning.
Yeah.
He told him what he was going to do.
My wife's like, "Well, that was at supper like 20 minutes ago." I'm like, "He didn't put a time limit on it, did he?"
It was pretty indefinite, at least for the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand if 2 days later he touches him and then he fucking socks him and be like, "All right,
that's ridiculous."
Not okay.
But same day.
But we're talking within an hour.
I bet you he's not going to do it again.
We'll see. And I had to tell the older one, I'm like, "Do you really think that was a proportionate response? Like, I'm not mad at you for doing it." And then I told my youngest, I was like, "If somebody gives you a warning like that, if they tell you hey, if you do this again, I'm going to do this, and you're going to do that again, you better be ready to throw." Yeah. Don't do it and then get punched and then sit there and cry. If you're going to do it and then get punched, you better be ready to fight. Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have said that because I think now that well, I mean, that's what brothers do, to be honest with you.
I mean, iron sharpens iron.
I remember getting in my first fight as a kid and thinking, "Wow, this is a lot easier than I thought," because I've been fighting my brothers who are bigger than me for years. Like in my first fight, the kid went down Stop crying.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's something I guess I don't think about a whole lot.
Well, I mean, and I don't know, not that there's a ton of call for it nowadays, but I think kids being able to defend themselves is
Very
a
important.
very good thing.
I had a conversation with one of my coworkers that I thought was really interesting. I think you might. I kind of want your point of view on it. So she was complaining that what people make fun of her for at work, because we rib each other all the time, right? Any known weakness is just immediately honed in on and absolutely demolished.
Mhm.
That's just the way of the world. She was raised well off.
Okay.
The fact that I say well off is a pretty good indicator. Her father is like owns oil companies, like well off, and we rib her for it, absolutely. You
Mhm.
know, and we were in Vegas, and she was just buying all the stuff because
Yeah,
whatever.
she got that oil money.
Yeah, she's like got the money, like whatever. And we were talking about it because me, her, and another dude, we were all talking about it, and she said how it made her feel, and it made her feel bad, blah blah blah. And I'm like, why? Why does that make you feel bad? Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, it didn't make any sense for her to feel bad about the fact that she was raised with money. She's not a bad person because she was raised with money. Like, she's a good person. And I was
Yeah.
like, don't feel bad about it at all. Like, if you had kids and you had all this money, wouldn't you want to give it to them? Like,
Mhm.
give them literally the best life possible so that they can go to Vegas
Yeah.
and enjoy their time? Like, why don't feel bad? Like,
Of course, somebody's going to give you shit about it.
I don't give you shit about anything. Your nose is crooked. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
shit. Like, it does. It's not about that. It's just, and that's just the conversation we had for like a half hour. And I think hopefully it's sunk in, but I thought I was on the right track. Like, don't be ashamed of it. Like,
No, like,
I'm jealous.
if anything, people are giving you shit about it because they're fucking jealous.
Yeah,
They wish
like,
they
I'm
grew up with
jealous.
fucking money. I wish I could go to Vegas and I wish we could go to Vegas and do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, I did not do
You
that.
know?
I was very
No.
frugal because Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Oh,
Yeah.
I did win.
You told me,
Oh,
but you can tell everybody
so I
else.
put $10 on Whitney Houston slot because she was giving me the eyes, and I won $100, and I cashed out and I never gambled again. I paid for my dinner.
See, you and I look at it very different. I would have looked at it as I had $100 of house money. Let's see how far we can run with it.
I just saw that I had $100 extra, so I'm gonna go get a nice dinner.
Well, see, but I look at it as like that $100, is that really a difference maker to you? Like, if you didn't have that $100 and you bought your own meal, not a big deal, right?
No. But I will say I did buy a better seat because we went to the Tournament of Kings, so we had like the Knights and the Jousting, which, by the way, your boys would love.
Oh yeah, medieval times.
Which it's like medieval times. I think it's a little bit higher standard just because it's Vegas.
Maybe.
But they would. I was thinking about that the whole time. Like, they fucking love this. Same for my nephews. Like, and I had my dude with me, and we were just fucking screaming our heads off. It was awesome. Killer time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just very frugal in general. I don't like to spend a whole lot of money.
Well, what I'm saying is like, if you had that money, if you didn't have that money, you wouldn't have been any different. So if you're gonna gamble, like if you're gonna take a risk, risking the house's money against them, throwing $100 on a random number on a roulette wheel. Because if you hit a random number on a roulette wheel, and let's say you put $50 on it, that's $1,600. That's a big difference.
That is a big difference.
Versus walking away with a little bit of extra meal. Yeah, you got a cool story about it. But how much cooler would it have been had you put $100 on a blackjack game or go pick a basketball game or, something else to give you an opportunity to win like some money
and
with free money. And if you lose it, it's gone and your life isn't any different.
The only reason I didn't really continue to gamble with it is because so I don't like slots, right? Like, that's just not my thing. I think I don't like them a lot.
That's fine.
But I like table games. It was very intimidating to go to a table game.
Yeah. It always is.
So I was just like, because I didn't really remember how to play craps. I kind of played it a couple times. I liked it.
Yeah, I've played crap several times now, and I'm still intimidated to walk up to a table.
Yeah, it's fun, and you can win.
Yeah.
Like you can win steady money. You don't win like a lot amount of money, but you just steadily win money, and it's great if you just want to. Like for me, hang out, have some drinks, just like constantly order the beers, and then play craps. Like right, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
But do you want to know something really lame about Vegas for me?
What up?
The best breakfast I had while I was there was at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Why is that lame?
Because it's like there's all these cool little restaurants and stuff, and we did find a really great Asian restaurant that we ate at twice because the wontons were out of this world. But the best breakfast, which was, did I tell you about it?
No.
Okay, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
English muffin.
Mm-hmm. I think you did.
Fresh spinach.
Mm-hmm.
Slider burger patty, like a smash burger patty.
Yep.
Poached egg, hollandaise, bacon.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be as good as it was. A little bit of hot sauce too.
Hollandaise on anything.
Just an egg on anything, honestly. A soupy egg. Whew, tore it up. What was really funny is some of my compatriots, because I've cut down on my drinking like a lot. Some of my coworkers haven't, right? Like that's what they're there for, which kudos to them. They got the bottomless mimosas, and literally like come in this little flute glass, and the lady puts it in front of my coworker. He looks at her. He's like, "I'm gonna need you to already get like 2 more." Just. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. I mean, they have to expect it when they do something like that.
It's Vegas.
Right? Yeah.
And then, like, I liked it. Alcohol was so expensive. $10 a beer, right? And I was trying to not do liquor, and I didn't, besides one mule that I had.
That's the same as, I mean, when we went there 20 years ago for my brother's bachelor party, it was like $15-20 a drink.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I always thought it was supposed to be like affordable because they wanted you to come there and spend money.
It used to be.
And then you lose your money gambling. And so they make everything else cheap to draw you in. And then you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll go do some gambling because I got, a $4 fucking, they got $4 vodka Red Bulls here. So I'm going to go fucking gamble here because I want to keep drinking $4 vodka Red Bulls.
At that point.
But no, it's everything's fucking, you sit by we went and sat by the pool and ordered like a vodka lemonade, and it was fucking like $16 for a 16-ounce vodka lemonade. I'm like, holy shit.
And it's not even good, like it's bottom shelf vodka with like Simply lemonade.
Yeah.
I might make this shit at home.
Simply, it was fucking the packet.
The Minute Maid?
Yeah, Minute Maid. That I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah. I and I had a good time with the shows, and then with the people I was with, I was really enjoying that and walking around. It's really cool, like all the shit that you can see and do.
Mm-hmm.
But the gambling and the drinking is just like, it wasn't worth it, in my opinion. I didn't do it.
Yeah. To each their own.
I did like New York. I thought that looked fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
And they did have a cheap.
Did you do the roller coaster on top of the one place?
It's New York. No.
Is it? Okay.
It was like $35 a ticket.
So you won 100 playing slots.
I used that on my dinner. So I have a good seat. $80 seat for that ticket, so.
And they bring you like the chicken leg and
it was a whole like Cornish game hen.
Yeah.
And like with the mug, and I got the Moscow Mule, and it was just a vibe.
Yeah, like it's been again a long time since I've been there.
Actually, hold on.
Have you been reading dragon books with your wife?
No.
With your mom?
It's been it was from the oil baron's daughter.
Oh.
She got herself a tiara, of course. And the other guy we were with, she got him a Vikings helmet that had glowworms.
Yeah, and you got a fucking dragon face?
Listen, I'm just happy I got anything.
You got hosed.
A little bit. But they
got a fucking Vikings helmet? They
went to flight school together, so they're very close. So
you still got hosed.
I still got something.
She got that oil money.
We went with a bunch of people, and They didn't get anything, so I'll take it.
Uh,
And she paid for my
She's-
sushi.
she's bribing a superior officer.
Maybe she paid for my sushi.
Yeah.
And she flirted her way to getting us free
That
ice cream.
sounds really unethical
It's
on
not.
your part to accept free sushi
No, it's
from
not.
a.
It's not for one
subordinate.
reason only, because I've bought them all lunch before.
So that's your job as their superior.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's definitely not.
It 100% is.
No. No, I really appreciate them. I don't know. It's weird having people like under me because we've been really busy with this trip, and I don't have time to go to lunch. Right? Like, I didn't bring food. I'm kind of fucked. And they'll go to lunch and they'll be like, "Hey, Sergeant, you need anything?" And I'll be like, "Yeah," and I'll send them. They're at this restaurant, so I'll send them like $30, which more than covers my portion of the food, and they bring me back food, and it's nice. Just having the option.
I got you a meatball sub. Oh, sweet. Thanks. I figured you were going to get me something shitty. The meatball sub is their worst sandwich. Oh, you bastards.
They do eat at Olive Garden a lot, though. I think that's weird.
Gross.
Well, Olive Garden isn't bad.
It's not good.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's not good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm agreeing with you that it's not bad. I'm saying conversely, it's not good.
I think it's good. I don't think it's great.
It's mid.
If someone brought you Olive Garden, would you be mad about it?
If I had to pay for it, yes.
Okay. It's probably the white in you. Probably Italian. I could see it. What are you, actually? What flavor of white are you?
What flavor of white am I?
Yeah.
I am red, white, and blue, motherfucker.
That's the right answer.
Purebred
I
American.
like that answer. That's a good answer. So probably German.
No, I think
Because you're embarrassed to talk about it.
my grandma will tell you part of my family came from Luxembourg.
Virginia?
Nope.
Germany?
It's a very small country in Germany.
Yeah. German. Yeah.
Nope. I said that too. And my grandma's like, nope, Luxembourg.
Got it. Still eating
And
schnitzel,
then
but okay.
we're Norwegian and Dutch and
Oh, the good
basically
whites.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not French or English. I like it.
I don't think they're French. I'm sure there's English. I'm sure we're part English somewhere.
Anglo-Saxon, maybe.
I mean, I wish I was something cool like fucking Scottish or something, but
I think you are
or Irish.
on the inside.
Yeah. No, on the inside. Red, white, and blue.
I like that answer. That's good.
These colors don't run.
Oh, to be white. Life would be great. Actually, I don't know if life would be great to be white anymore. It seems like on the down on the decline a little bit.
I think it's the same for everybody.
Did you see that clip of Trump with the Saudi prince?
Yeah, where he touches his hand.
Yeah,
Or touches his arm.
his arm, his shoulder, because like you're not allowed to touch the Saudi prince. The royal family doesn't touch him. Like blah blah blah. And Trump just goes, pats him on the
What's
shoulder,
up, buddy?
just
How you doing?
just to remind him, hey, I can always touch you. I like that. I was like, okay, cool.
Well, that and fuck the royal family.
Yeah, true. Lots of inbreeding there on that part.
Well, that and like the fact that we even still have a royal family is completely asinine.
It's just for like, it's just a figurehead, right? Because they hold zero political power.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of it. But it's just the fact that we still even have one.
Fuck it, why not? Who cares?
I care.
Let 'em
Why
live-
do we care about these people?
Let them live life. I mean, I don't care about them. I don't know their names.
You do.
I know Queen Elizabeth for reasons we've already talked about,
Mhm.
and that's it.
What's her son's name that took over? Who's the king now?
I'm going to list off a bunch of British names, and I'll probably get it right. Harry, Charles. Those are the only two British names I have. It's the rip.
It's funny because you just listed the king and his son. Who's
Really?
next in line?
Those are the most British names I could think of.
That's King. I'm pretty sure it's King Charles and his son Harry.
And Eggsy, of course.
Eggsy. See, that I accepted as a proper answer.
That's a good one. I don't know. British culture is interesting to me.
Harry.
It's not. Oh, Harry's a good one. I don't think Ronald's a good one though.
Well, that's because Ron Weasley fucked it up.
Well, no, it's because Ronald McDonald fucked it up.
No, Ron Weasley fucked it up. Ronald McDonald did a lot of good things.
The fact
He still
that-
has houses going on that help 6 kids and their families.
The fact that Dudley is a commonly accepted name in England gives you all you need to know about England.
Yeah.
But I'll still pick them over the French any day.
Oh, I mean,
Oh, I do want to bring something up though.
the French do have good pastries, at least.
They have great. Actually, they're probably the best cooks in the world. But that's not what I want to talk about. The basis of all of our cooking as Americans comes from French cuisine. Like it's a whole thing. Mirepoix and Holy Trinity, whatever. They dialed in. They did good. They did good. Like let them do good.
Well, yeah, they had to get good because everything else around there fucking sucks.
Yeah,
so they had
absolutely.
to make good food.
Fuck the French. I hate them. They make good food. Avowed. So I don't know. That's the game I showed you yesterday. I don't know if you've seen the stuff going on with it.
Nope.
But I want to talk about it. Okay, so Obsidian Games they've come out with a few RPGs since their like premiere one, which was Fallout New Vegas. They came out with Fallout New Vegas. It was a fucking masterpiece. People still play it to this day. It's amazing, right? And it is a really good game. They've come out with games since then, and then this one is their newest release. And it has been getting absolutely run through by the internet, right? Like it's piece of shit, it's awful, don't play it, not worth it. I've had a blast playing that fucking game. And it brings up the point that like these streamers and these influencers and stuff, I feel like they're saying these things to get views. Not because the game, I play it for an hour. The game is not bad. It's fun. I have fun playing it. I'm gonna beat it maybe 2 or 3 times. That's how much fun I have playing it. But
It's actually really funny that you bring up that aspect because I actually saw it was actually Brandon Sanderson.
Like famous writer Brandon Sanderson, Mistborn series.
Yes, yeah, the Mistborn series.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
I saw a TikTok with him that they were actually talking about the Fourth Wing book.
Yeah, he teaches.
Yeah, he teaches, but he was talking. It was actually really funny. He was sitting there signing autographs while on a podcast.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I was sitting there. They were talking about it, and like, they were talking about clicky books that became like super popular. Examples would be, God,
Twilight,
like the Da Vinci Code, Twilight, Hunger Games, and like they're super popular books that are, like kind of have like these cult followings, but then they explode. And once they explode, like the internet does what the internet does, and all these people that just want to hate on things come in and they go from like these, super popular books, and then all these trolls go and drive leave bad ratings just because it's popular, and they drive their ratings down. Like the Da Vinci Code had like a 3-star rating, with like 3.5 million or 3.5 million ratings or raters. And then they got to the Fourth Wing, and the Fourth Wing is still at like 4.8 out of 5 stars with like 2.5 million people who have rated it.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's fucking unheard of, because usually, all these haters get involved, listen to it, read it, whatever, and just, whether they probably haven't even read it, they just see all these people liking it and fucking go out and start bashing it. And it hasn't happened with the Fourth Wing. And they're like, it's really fucking weird.
I don't think the Fourth Wing has hit that area of popularity yet to where that's going to happen, though.
I don't know. It's pretty fucking big. Like, it's sold out at Target.
Absolutely.
It's
big.
Like,
but it doesn't have a movie yet. That's the point when it hits more mainstream, where more people see it. The movie is when things start going downhill for the web series.
but does it anymore now? Because, like, people don't go see movies and don't, like there's so much media content. Like you used to like go to big box office stuff and go have to check out these movies and see things and things like that. And it's not like that anymore. Like I think I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 10 years movie theaters are gone.
No, I don't think they'll be gone. I think they'll be
They're
like
gonna have to figure
drive-ins.
something. They're gonna have to be something different because what they're doing right now ain't working.
I think they're moving that way with the restaurant movie theaters. I don't know if you guys have any of those.
We don't.
We have a ton of them, like more of them than we do movie theaters. You go, you order dinner, you order drinks, you sit down,
Okay.
recliner. It's an experience now, right? Like it's not just sitting down in a seat watching a movie. It's a whole
Mhm.
evening, and it's kick ass. I'll tell you what,
Okay.
it's fucking awesome. I think those are gonna last, but I think the big cinema movie theaters packed with people, I don't think that's gonna be a thing anymore.
I don't even think they're there anymore right now. Like we went and saw Captain America on opening night, and like the theater wasn't even full
Yeah, that's
for
not surprising.
the new Captain America movie with Harrison Ford, and I mean,
I think things are going more leisurely now.
yeah. Which and I'll be honest, there's one thing and one thing only I'll ever miss if they shut down movie theaters:
Popcorn?
popcorn. There's times I'll drive to the movie theater just to buy popcorn and go home and watch a movie.
It's $20 to get popcorn.
No, they do like these big, like fucking to-go bags,
Oh,
and it's like
that's
$15,
That's
but
smart.
it's like 4 bags of popcorn.
Yeah, that's so smart. I like it.
It's so fun, and it's so good.
Yeah, of course. But I do think movie theaters are definitely on the down, up and down.
Corin says, yeah, streaming services have taken everything over.
Which and that's I'm
Basically, movie theaters have become Blockbuster.
yeah. Oh yeah. But again,
There's the way out.
with the restaurant movie theaters, like so they'll do, which is really awesome, Saturday and Sunday mornings, like at 9 to 1, they'll do serial movies. So they'll play either an old movie that everybody likes or a brand new movie that just came out, and you go early in the morning and they literally serve you like it's almost like going to a Chipotle. You choose what cereal you want with what toppings and what milk and everything, and they come and bring it to you in a big bowl, big glass bowl.
What milk?
Yeah.
What are the options for milk?
Almond milk, regular milk, like all these different kinds, full, whole, 2%.
What a yuppie fucking city you live
Chocolate.
in.
Oh yeah, it's San Antonio, but they only charge like
Oh.
$10 for the bowl.
Like, if you would have said like 1%, 2% whole, okay, all right, yeah, all right, I get it. Everybody likes it.
Chocolate milk, strawberry milk. You get to pick like all these cool things. If you want to have Lucky Charms marshmallows with a bowl of Frosted Flakes, you can do that.
All right.
I just thought it's a cool little idea, and so it turns that time block where they have nobody coming to the fucking movies into a time block where they have some people come into the movies, and they're just buying
But you
fucking
also have to
cereal.
then weigh out whether it's worth it to have employees on staff bringing people cereal and shit during that time.
It's not like they pay waiters a lot.
They got to pay them something.
Yeah, but they're doing things. They're doing other things now. Those theaters have trivia nights, Star Wars nights where they just play Star Wars like the whole day.
Can I tell you about a fun incident that we did have when we went to the movies
Sure.
to see Captain America?
Sure.
So my oldest ended up getting invited to go watch SDSU wrestling tournament against Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
Or not tournament, but a duel. And so he went, and so we had already bought the tickets because it was on Valentine's Day. So we had an extra ticket. So we text one of my other son's friends and said, hey, does he want to go with? And he's like, yeah, it's my sister's birthday and they're going roller skating. I would love to go. And his mom was cool with it. So he came over. And as we're getting in line, we get our popcorn, get our drinks. We're standing waiting to pay. And at the movie theater, they had an employee who was taking tickets over on the other side where we could directly see them as we're waiting to pay. And it was a female. And she was a little person. And neither of the boys had ever seen this.
Oh, they've never seen one
Not like in real life,
in the wild.
in the wild. And the little boy that was with us, all of a sudden he just, like, they kind of both notice and look at each other. And I watching the whole thing because I had noticed it earlier. I don't know if you do this, but I'm very observant when I go out in places. Like, I notice a
yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah. Have to.
I'm very, very paranoid, especially as a parent.
Should be.
But I was
a good
paranoid before that either. But anyway, I had noticed her long before that, and so I was waiting for them to notice her.
The moment.
And they both just kind of went, oh.
You just saw your son's like core memory get formed.
And then his buddy looks and he goes, his buddy saw her first, and he goes, Lincoln, look.
They're pointing.
And points. And me being the responsible, I'm like, I put his hand out. I'm like, I understand what's happening right now, but it is very rude to point. That was all I said. And I let them have their fun.
As you should. Because you know that's a talking point of the night for them.
Yeah. Well, the funny part is he's like, I want to be that small. And I'm like, buddy, you are that small.
He says he wants to be that small forever.
Yeah. Well, like, my youngest weighs 87 pounds at wrestling. And this kid wrestles at like 65 pounds. So, like, there's a big difference between the two of them.
Jesus Christ.
Like, so it was quite funny. And a moment I hopefully will never forget either.
I don't think you will. That's hilarious. I love that. That was awesome.
Only thing would have been better. I wish they would have gone over and like, Dad, can we go get her autograph?
No.
No,
What was
can't.
your first little person?
I was actually a kid I went to high school with. That was a little person.
Oh, same.
He was a couple years older than me, so I never actually knew him. I just saw him like the first time I saw him. I was like, "What the fuck?" I actually dated a girl who I dated her in like middle school, but she was technically considered a little person because she never got taller than like,
It's
I
4'9".
think it was, yeah, I think she was like 4'8".
Yeah, it's 4'9".
Yeah.
I dated a girl who was 4'11". So, yeah.
Okay. Gotta love those little hands. Make your dick look huge.
No, yeah. My mom is terrified of them.
Ooh,
Like
that's
an actual
odd thing to be
phobia.
terrified
Like,
of.
She does not like them. It sounds so bad, but she sees them.
That is really bad.
She sees them and they creep her out.
That's too bad. I will say I do get a little creeped out by the ones. I think it's because there's like two different kinds.
Say
Like
it.
there's little people and then there's dwarfs.
Go on.
And one of them, like I think dwarfs have like where their torso is the normal size, but their arms and legs are just different. And that would be so fucking hard. Like I think there's the little people big world. It's like just so hard for them to walk because like their legs are just so fucking. That would be rough.
They actually have a shortened lifespan because of it.
Oh, I believe it.
Mhm.
Gravity works harder on them than the rest of us.
That's not how that works, but
I'm well aware.
no, I mean, yeah, it's a disorder. So, and there's that comedian. I think his name is either Zach or Brian. I can't remember his full name.
I think it's Zach.
He's a pretty popular comedian.
Yeah, he's real funny too.
Oh, he's hilarious, and he makes little jokes, right?
Oh yeah.
Great, gives exposure to it, right? The culture and all of that. Have you heard him talk about their conference they have every year in California?
No.
So they have a conference they go to.
Oh, I bet it's just a fuck fest.
That's what he said. That's all it is. It's just you're normal in this group of people. You're considered normal, and they're just fucking knocking boots all day and all night.
Well, yeah, like you're finally the hot dude there.
Yeah, essentially.
You know?
That's all it is. I think it's. I don't know.
Would you rather
Okay.
be extremely short, like dwarfism, little person, or be extremely tall? We're talking like 7 foot plus.
How big's my wiener for each?
Let's say average on both.
No, I'll be a little person then. An average dick on a little person is huge. No, I'll take tall because I can go work in the NBA.
But think about, I mean, one, you've got shortened life expectancy with being that big.
Yeah. Great.
2, you're never going to feel comfortable in any standard room.
Unless I make it myself. Continue.
You're never going to fit in cars.
NBA money. I can get a big car with my NBA money. Go on.
If you're good in the NBA,
I'll be good. It's fine.
you're going to have shit knees.
I already have shit knees, Matt.
Oh, you have no idea.
You're not winning this argument yet. Give me something real bad.
Uh,
Oh, you can't.
I don't know.
69.
You'd never be able to 69.
Damn.
But on the plus side, you probably wouldn't have to kneel down or have her kneel down to get a blowjob. Get like
Stand
standing
straight up.
blowjobs all the time.
Oh,
I
that.
mean,
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the tall is better than the short. Less struggle, more uncomfortable, but less like actual struggle. Less.
I don't know. I think it'd be
help.
extremely uncomfortable.
Am I looking like Slender Man, or am I allowed to lift weights? You know, like what's the?
No,
criteria?
you're probably going to be like Slender Man. Like, I mean, you're not going to be Shaq unless you're later. Like, you remember Shaq? Well, I don't know if you remember Shaq, young Shaq. Young Shaq was real skinny.
I don't. I've only known Big Shaq.
Yeah, Big Shaq's big.
Yeah. No, I'd still take tall. I think that's the better choice of the two.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? Which one would you pick?
Probably, yeah, tall.
It just makes more sense. Yeah.
It just, there would be so many things that would be uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable,
Especially, like-
not undoable.
Well, there would be things that would be undoable too.
Like
You'd never be able to ride around in a Geo Metro.
I think I'll be okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you got a good buddy that's got a Geo Metro, you ain't going for cruises with him. Or a Honda CRV.
I think I'll be okay.
You ain't sitting in the back of a fucking extended cab Ford Ranger that had the fold down side seats.
For a Ranger, I'm thinking. I am seriously considering buying one eventually. I love the Ranger, especially one that's been taken care of. There's something about it.
If I was gonna get one, I'd get a Toyota Tacoma.
I don't like the Tacoma. Too big.
Oh.
I want a Tokita, like a little truck.
A Tacoma's a small truck. The Tundra's the big one.
No, I know what a Tacoma is. It's still way bigger than a Ranger.
I used to have a
bigger.
buddy. I had a buddy that had a maroon extended cab, and then he had like 3 bars in the back. It was. I still remember. I'll remember that truck till the day I die. It was probably the most badass truck.
The Tacoma, for whatever reason, is the truck that the members of my unit purchase. The new lieutenants purchase constantly. We get a new lieutenant. They're like freshly out of OTS. They're finally making real money. Tacoma every fucking time.
Well, it's because they're Toyotas, so they're super reliable.
They're
And-
reliable.
So they're smart purchases.
They usually get
And they
rid of
probably
them.
can't afford Tundras at that point.
They usually get rid of them after like five years. And get a truck, or depending on if they have a family, SUV, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just like a trend that I see. So I have like a bad taste in my mouth because I just see nothing but fucking Tacomas when I go to work, just in the parking lot. Tacomas and Jeeps.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Newly enlisted members. It's either Jeeps or Hellcats. So
Actual Hellcats?
no,
Okay. So just Dodge Challengers.
absolutely stock Dodge Challengers, like V6.
Yeah, okay. Like,
Maybe a 4-cylinder with a turbo. Like,
because you know what a Hellcat is, right?
yeah, I know what an actual Hellcat is.
Okay.
The only
You
time
ever
I've
ridden in an actual Hellcat?
Yes, the only time I've ever actually ridden in a Hellcat was one of Junior's friends had an old Hellcat. And I couldn't tell you the year, but it looked fucking sick. And it was the kind of car that had 2 keys, had a black key and a red key.
Mhm.
And he usually used the black key. When I got in there, he used the red key, and I could fucking feel it, like just. This is sick.
I had a guy that I used to. He was a dealer. He helped us sell our warranties or provide work for the warranty company that we used when I was in the car business. And he had a 2013 Shelby GT 500 Mustang that had like 950 horsepower to the rear wheels. And he ended up getting a company knew that he had it, and they had somebody that wanted to buy it, so they traded him straight up. It was like a 2013, and they traded him straight up for a brand new 2017 Hellcat. And he took me for a ride in that thing, and holy
Yep. It's
fuck.
a whole different monster.
Oh my god, that thing was fast. That was the fastest car I've ever been
If
in.
you could have a car, no taxes, no nothing, it just shows up in your driveway, it's licensed under you, that is your car.
Mhm.
What car would you get? I gotta search up the year on mine, but I know the make and model.
So are we talking like right now, like, because I've always had like a dream car that I want that's just really cheesy. It was kind of like a old car that you'd be able to buy and like fix up, and I think it'd just be cool to have.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have a vehicle that, like, if we're talking like practical, I'm gonna put it in my driveway right now, drive it as my daily driver.
No,
I'm gonna have.
It's just a car. You get this car. You can have it. You be for your family. You can have it be for you. You know.
It would. I'd get like a brand new Ford Raptor, F-250 Raptor. I don't know if they make a 250 Raptor, but I just want the loaded suspension in the back so I could pull a big fucking camper with it.
Yeah.
But they have like a fucking 6.2 gas engine in them with fucking turbos, and fucking they'd go anywhere.
Yeah,
and I'd be able to pull big ass fucking camper, and
Great
they're
fucking truck.
badass. They're fucking fast. Yeah.
Now your fancy car, your actual like brag car, because that's for your family.
If I got a brag car, it's super weird. But I would get a 1984 Monte Carlo, Chevy Monte Carlo.
Hold on, I gotta do that.
It's like a super boxy 2-door, like old school car, and I picked 84 just because that's the year I was born.
Well, the cars in the year I was born suck. Oh wow, that's
the Men in Black car. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting.
It's a two. Is that a 2-door or a 4-door?
I
want the 2-door.
I'm looking at 2-door.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can see the appeal to it, but nothing beats my pick for fancy car. 1969 Chevelle. In a heartbeat. I can actually buy one now for only $919 a month.
Yeah. See, and I didn't want, like, when I was like in the car business and looking at stuff like that, like I didn't want a car that everybody else wanted. Like everybody wants a Chevelle. Everybody. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
People
that.
want Monte Carlos. People want the Camaros. How many people do you have out there that are looking for 1984 Chevy Monte Carlos? Very few.
I mean,
If anything, they probably got ruined by your people putting them on fucking the air ride suspensions and fucking jumping them and
my
shit.
people?
Your people.
Probably actually. The only other cars that I appreciate besides the Chevelle is a 67 Impala.
Again, that's a really classic.
But that's just because of the show, Supernatural. That would do it for me. But I still think the Chevelle is the better car. Do you know why I want a 1969 Chevelle?
Because it's a 69.
No.
Think
Well,
it's
I mean,
funny?
that's fucking awesome. I want a black one, though, by the way. But no, it's racing games that came out in like the early 2000s. You could go two ways. You can go to like the new cars with the Mustangs and the Camaros and stuff that they upgrade, blah, blah, blah. Or you could stay with the muscle cars, which is what a Chevelle is considered. And I beat all of them using the Chevelle. Oh. And then I got to see one and drive in one. It was awesome as a kid. So just kind of
Oh yeah.
love it, you know?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind going with like an old what are they? The old Jeeps, the CJ7s or something like that.
The straight up old ones. I don't know if you should do
Yeah.
that.
But I also thought like the old Broncos were pretty badass, like the
I
one that
do
OJ
like-
ran in.
I do like the old Broncos, like the legit
Yeah.
first Broncos. Those were pretty.
Yeah, like the one that OJ ran in.
yeah. But like a Bronco.
The Bronco 2 was an absolute pile of shit. I had a buddy who had one of those.
The Bronco done right could be good, but it's still pretty. I'd still think you should though.
Those, I mean, like I said, they're fun cars.
They're brag cars. Like you have this car. A Chevelle right now is
Yeah.
worth $60,000.
Mhm.
And a Nova. I'd probably take a Nova too. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, you get into any of those old cars and it wouldn't be bad. I mean, do you know what my first truck was?
No, I don't.
A 1968 Ford Ranger half ton
I'm gonna Google that. See what it looks like, but I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna look like.
in seafoam green with a white top.
Seafoam green.
I don't even know. I'll see if I'll have to look to see if I can even find a proper picture of it.
I mean, that doesn't look bad. That looks like a badass truck, to be honest with you.
That looks nice.
I even seen one that's dug down. I like it.
No, I don't want to see ads. I just wanted the images. I suppose you can't see this if I can put it in the chat, I guess.
You can also just stream your screen.
Well, I can do this, and everybody looking at the stream can see,
Well, that's fine too.
because you can look on YouTube, right?
I'm pulling them up. Yeah, I see them.
So this was mine, except instead of this color right here, mine was like this. There was another one. Let me see the other one. Mine was this color.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
So it was that first body style,
Yeah.
but in this color. Yeah, like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So it was a cool truck.
It is.
It even had the gas cap right here. It was rear wheel drive, carburetor. It had a manual choke.
Really?
You know what a manual choke in a
I
vehicle
actually-
is?
I actually do because I rode ATVs and they had manual.
Okay.
chokes. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it had a spot in the truck that I had to like actually pull out when I went to start it. And then as it warmed up, I had to push it back in.
Yep.
It was that thing was old as fuck.
I mean, I guess all leaf blowers have, like gas leaf blowers and weed eaters have chokes.
You just don't see them in vehicles.
True.
All right, buddy. We're here. there.
We're here. It's that time.
Fucking where?
Roy Ken.
I've been
Roy
enjoying the show,
Ken.
but she won't let me watch it
He's
without.
there. He's there. He's every fucking where.
That's one thing about like I would really like for you to experience, not necessarily at a pub, just like an actual like European football game. Football.
Mhm.
I think you'd really enjoy it.
Oh, I guarantee. I love just how into it they get.
That's how
I'm
they
telling
are.
ya.
All of them.
So
Across all of the
So-
teams.
do you want to get even more into it?
Sure. We can.
Go rent Green Street Hooligans. We've talked about
We've
this.
talked about Green Street Hooligans, yes. So I brought it up at work and I have to watch it in Rhoda over there.
It's so fucking good. And it's about European football, fighting, Elijah Wood, like
Frodo himself.
Frodo himself. It's a fucking awesome movie.
But that's how they are, and it's awesome.
I believe it.
Yeah. Also,
Man,
a
I've
great
been
show.
watching. Have you been watching Welcome to Wrexham? Have you watched any of that either?
No, I haven't.
That's Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah.
Rob McAvee have
Yeah.
bought Wrexham.
You know what the worst team was for a while there? Which is super funny. It's super funny because it came up in the first episode, or not, maybe not the first, but the first few episodes. Crystal Palace,
Mm-hmm.
and like just watching that with her and explaining like the nuances of European football because I loved it, right? Like that was a big portion of my life. And she was like, "How the fuck do you know this?" Like, that's who I am as a person. Which is funny because now they're 12 in the league right now. So they come back, right? That's sports. They go back and forth, but they're still Premier League.
I actually think I'm a firm believer that we should adapt the European soccer football style of promotion and regulation to college football.
Yeah, I can fuck with that.
Even, I mean, college basketball could work with it.
Yeah, you get 3 leagues.
Yeah, how many ever it takes. And
Yeah, it'd be a lot more than 3.
every year you're switching leagues and switching, and
Earn it.
yeah, earn it.
Oh, okay. Everybody,
All right.
it's been nice. This has been the Same as a Beer podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you again next. We won't see you again next Wednesday. We will let you know when we're able to podcast again. I'll be overseas, so we'll let you guys know. But we will be here. Matt will be queer, and we're gonna have a good time. So, any final words, Matt?
Don't pet the sweaty stuff and don't sweat the petty stuff.
And don't smell it.